Hare Krishna. So Krishna has spoken about the happiness in the mode of goodness, Sattva Guna, in passion, Rajoguna. Now he is going to elaborate on the happiness in the mode of ignorance or Tamoguna in Shloka number 39. Yad agre chanubandhe cha sukham mohanam atmanah nidralasya pramadotham tattamasam udaritam. So here Krishna is saying that tat sukham, that happiness, which is mohanam atmanah, which is blind to self-realization, which is yad agre cha anubandhe cha nidra alasya pramadottham, which is delusion from agre and anubandha, that is from start to end, which arises from what? Nidra, that is sleep, alasya, laziness, and pramada, illusion or inattention. Tat tamasam udaritam. Such happiness is said to be in the nature of mode of ignorance. Let's connect the three modes of material nature, the happiness in three modes of material nature. Happiness in the mode of goodness. Initially poison, at the end nectar. Passion, initially nectar, towards the end poison. And when it comes to ignorance, initially poison, at the end also poison. And throughout in between also poison. So we understand the mode of ignorance, the happiness that is derived is poison at start, in the middle, at the end, throughout. There is nothing that the person is actually relishing. But then still, mode of ignorance people will go through all this and will naturally opt for those activities. Those are poisonous at start, at the end, in between, and so on and so forth. So here it is said, one who takes pleasure in laziness and in sleep is certainly in the mode of darkness, ignorance. And one who has no idea how to act and how not to act is also in the mode of ignorance. See here, alasya means lethargy concerning the use of senses. Very lethargic, not interested to do anything in life. Just sleep. Just sleep. Now such a person, just imagine, what will be his lifestyle? Just thinking about sleeping, all the time lethargic in the behavior, procrastinating, not ready to do anything actively. So, useless. The life becomes useless. There is so much of time waste that is happening. Human life is so precious, and that life is spent only in sleeping and lethargy. Can you imagine that? And here the word pramada means illusion, or it can also mean inattention. So the happiness that is derived from the activities which the person does not know how to act and how not to act. So in that illusion, in that pramada, the happiness that is derived is in the mode of ignorance. So sometimes people say ignorance is bliss. So that's what we are talking about here. Closing one's eyes, going away from the truth, this is what leads to the happiness in the mode of ignorance. Here it is said, for the person in the mode of ignorance, everything is illusion. There is no happiness either in the beginning or at the end. So this we have discussed. There is no happiness as such. The person might feel that he is getting happiness, but actually there is no happiness as such. Because from start to end, he is either torturing himself or he is torturing others. And that thing, whatever he is gaining, the happiness that is getting, is not good for himself, it is not good for others. So it is poisonous at start, middle and end. Throughout it is just poison and nothing else. For the person in the mode of passion, there might be some kind of ephemeral happiness in the beginning and at the end, distress. But for the person in the mode of ignorance, there is only distress both in the beginning and at the end. So both at the beginning and the end, the person just has distress and nothing else. So this is a very important thing to note, that all those activities which we are doing, which are neither beneficial at start, are neither beneficial to others or to us towards the end. So beginning, end and in middle, if it is not beneficial, we need to understand that This is in mode of ignorance. So when we say beneficial, we are talking about benefit in terms of advancing in Krishna consciousness. So when we are not able to advance, we need to understand that this particular activity that I am doing, I am not getting any material happiness, nor I am spiritually advancing. This has to belong to the mode of ignorance category. So whatever activities which results from sleep, lethargy, illusion, we have to consciously avoid those activities. When it comes to us as devotees, if we give no option to our mind, then we'll be able to fit ourselves in the morning schedule that is given to us by Srila Prabhupada. That is waking up early in the morning, chanting minimum 16 rounds. Before that we have to do Mangal Arati at 4:30, then 16 rounds of chanting. Then we have Bhagavatam class and so many other things, prasadam. And then go out for preaching and then do your whatever work is there. Again in the evening we have Arati and then we have Prasad and various other things to be done like book reading, hearing, etc. So what we are supposed to do is just follow the program that is given to us by the Acharya, full day. And naturally by his mercy, by the potency that is invested by all the Acharyas in this particular process of devotional service, we will go beyond the three modes of material nature. If not, then we have to keep juggling between poison and nectar throughout our life. But once we cross the three modes of material nature, the happiness that is derived from the Shuddha Sattva or pure goodness is eternal. Throughout it is happiness or nectar only. Why it is nectar? Because on that platform we are directly connected to the source of all the happiness. Anandamaya Abhyasat. The person who is Anandamaya, who is always full of happiness, if you are connected to him, basically I am talking about connecting with Krishna. If you are connected to Lord Krishna, what will happen? We will get the happiness from the Lord all the time. It will be eternal. It will be eternal. And spiritual happiness, Anandam Budivardhanam Pratipadam. So spiritual happiness does not remain constant. It's not stagnated. It's not saturated. Why? Pratipadam is going to increase. Vardhanam, it is going to increase at every step. So in spiritual life, we need to understand that at every step, at every moment, the spiritual happiness increases. Provided we are following the right procedure, we are properly connected to the parampara, we are properly connected through the parampara to Krishna. Very, very important. If we are doing all this, yes, we'll come to the platform where we'll be relishing the eternal happiness. Now, after having spoken about three modes of material nature elaborately, Krishna is going to summarize all this in the next shloka. So let's see that in the next video. Hare Krishna. Hare Krishna, Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna.